What's going on, fam? This is Podcast Agent Zero. Once again, welcome to the channel. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you would like to subscribe and you like my content that I've been dropping with these reactions, go ahead and click that subscribe. And if you want to join the Castle Club, Fresh and Fit Castle Club, and subscribe and get all the exclusive content that you cannot get on YouTube or anywhere else, go ahead and click the link in the description, and you'll get access to all kind of crazy shit that you won't see anywhere else. So, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and react to an after hours that took place about, I think, a month ago. This was in June, late June, and I just started at a middle point. So, we're just going to go ahead and start the video. Let's get it. Hold on. Let's do this here. My bad. I got the Bluetooth on. Let's go.
Woman and he just wants to smash. So what would make it different in my situation as to like what makes you think that he just wants to smash and that's it?
Well, you're younger. You're like his age, right? So
Yes.
it's not the same thing. See,
But-
from his point of view, as the guy that you're dating right now, like he's like on your level in terms of, for example, like age. So
But I've also noticed that guys around my age will typically go for younger girls because, like, for example, I had to take a year off because I needed to focus on my career. These years are crucial to building sustainability for yourself.
stop the cap.
No cap.
You'll
No,
smash
but
him.
seriously, I mean, like, yo, you see 20-something-year-old guy.
Let's put it into perspective. It's important to create sustainability to yourself. That's a choice for women mostly. If you mate correctly, I'm not saying that it's wrong to create stability at this point in your life as a woman. I think she's in her early 20s. It's not wrong, but that's a choice. You can choose to create that stability, or you can master the ability to mate with the man or attract the man that you admire, love, and respect. And that's created access resources, and he can be your stability. So it's it it's not necessarily as the stakes aren't as high for women at that age to create stability as it is for a man. With a man, it's a non-negotiable. You have to create this stability as a man, because your chances of mating is way higher if you're able to do that. So let's go ahead and continue.
Like becoming entrepreneurs, and like what makes you think that they just don't want to fuck? You know what I'm saying? So like what makes them different regardless of my situation? There's still a 20-year-old something guy.
They want to smash, but to take you serious is the next level. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. And do you think like a guy in his 20s like can't just mentally get to the next level, period?
No, he can, but you have to be worth it. That's what I'm trying to say here.
And what within like being in a relationship with a woman lets you know if it's worth it or not, no matter. So like, because there are moments where like people will be together for years and maybe it just wasn't worth it for the guy. So like what in that makes it worth it for you to want a woman, like no matter what age range you are, to want to marry them?
To be frank, you can't all be the same.
Exactly.
So if you're all saying the same things that makes you special or valuable, then there's not much difference. And every guy's different. For example, he might want you to.
Man, to be direct, man, we're going by probabilities here. So the probability is quite low for a man in his 20s to be ready for that type of commitment. It just is what it is. And then there are a lot of men that claim they are at that age, but a lot of them are really thirsty for companionship. Some really want it, but some aren't really ready for it either. So that's the point where, again, when it comes to women understanding men, she's asking good questions, but just give it to her directly. Like, a lot of men at that age aren't ready. They think they're not ready, but they're not. They're not ready because they're on the grind. They're not ready because they haven't been refined yet. They're not refined through trials and tribulations, and you know building themselves up, or in the process of building themselves up with zeroed in, with focus, zoning in all the way. And yeah, that's what it is. So
Like maybe stay at the house, take care of the kids. Some guy might want to help with his business. Whatever that guy wants, you have to be there for him. So
Right.
it depends on the actual guy.
But what if at the same time, like, let's say we're not, like, me and him are not, like, doing anything around, or, like, you know, we're both focusing on our careers, and we come to that point, and it's like, so what now? Like, how do you know, like, what you want and what you don't want? You know, like, regardless of the age, because some people get married within 3 months, 3 weeks of knowing each other.
Mhm.
But, like, what is that mental change that happens for a man?
I think for a guy, it depends on what his maturity level is. Like, what his maturity level could be. For example, he's 23 years old, but he's mature because he's either been through it already or he knows what he actually wants. So it depends on the guy. But to be frank with you, though, you gotta stand out.
Yeah.
You can have good looks. You could be
But
charming.
good
you
looks don't mean anything. It's materialistic. Anybody could have good looks.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate between every other girl? Do you tend to his needs 24/7? Do you give him like a lot of attention? Whatever that is that he
It
needs.
fits his expectations. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah,
Everyone
so
has different expectations.
Is it wrong for, like, us
I
to
don't know,
also have
just-
those similar expectations just because, like, you know, like, we're women and, like, the age and, like, whatever? Or should we still hold those expectations because we see ourselves as high valued women?
Well, again,
What?
your definition of high value is different from what we see as high value. So
Okay.
it's almost like if the guy's gonna be wanting you
Mhm.
as his girlfriend or wife, you gotta fit his needs.
Right.
Now, vice versa, if you want your needs, he already met them from before. The
Right,
money, the
correct.
status, the success. So he already did it
100%.
from the very beginning.
But what if he's not even successful? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, entrepreneurs
Yo,
go
what's-
broke.
Yo, what's that on the right arm, bro? Like, what the hell is that? Can y'all tell me, bro? I'm confused. That shit look crazy, dog. I don't know if that's a birthmark or what the fuck that is. Was she abused? What the hell is that shit, man? That shit look crazy. I just had to stop and acknowledge that shit.
And, like,
happens.
it's a test of faith. Like, I think, like, that's the biggest part. Like, people aren't willing to, like, go through, like, the hard stuff to, like, be able to help their man, like, get better.
I agree, but it's more like girls don't want to go through that phase anymore. Like they've been doing it for like a little bit, like
But
5
what
months a year.
happens, like, when real life shit goes down and you're married to someone, and
then
like,
you have
let's,
to be
let's say that you
by
have a
his side.
recession, like, we're, you know, like, what
Of
happens
course.
when, like, the markets, like,
You have
crashes?
to be
like,
by his side.
are you gonna, like, dip on your husband, or are you, like, are you
No,
gonna stick
no.
through and, like, put on your fucking big girl pants and, like, take that shit? Like,
Most are gonna dip from the very beginning. So
that's sad. Like, if that's really, like, the culture that we live in, like, that's so sad. And I don't think that that's right either.
I just find it interesting how you know, I just pay close attention to, you know, the way people communicate and where that's coming from and the source of their style of communication. The way she said that's sad, you know, that's the emotional overtone or undertone based on how she perceives the situation. Whereas, again, going back to a couple videos before when I was speaking about how masculinity is the expression of directness, seeing things for what they are in black and white, not gray. And a lot of times gray come with emotions and confusion and delusion. A lot of times, not all the time. And so just as a man that see things for what it is, I don't even see it as sad. I just see it as that's what it is. Move accordingly, period. No time for the emotions. And I'm not saying what she's doing is wrong or not. I'm just acknowledging the differences of the way we perceive things in general between the two genders.
I agree.
I'm kind of interested
Yeah.
in seeing you guys' like what your qualifications are for
For,
women.
like, a high value.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
personally,
just
I'm
out of
really
curiosity.
interested. Like, I
Yeah.
just really want to know. Like, what's funny?
I just did you guys not understand why we did that finger experiment?
No, I understand that. Obviously,
What's your takeaway from that finger experiment?
first of all, nobody's special. Like, all of the qualities that we think are unique to us are not.
Okay.
But I don't think that we have to be special in a way. Like, it's just that the other person has to believe that we have something that makes them happy.
Yeah, the
Because,
connection.
Now, that's the other thing. That sound like the Lulu landscape. Sorry, man, but for you to say believe, well, there is actual results that, you know, needs to be recognized based on merits. And so a belief doesn't do it. It's the actual result that does it. Like, any man that just believes that you'll make them happy and then, he commits to you is a fucking fool. We need to see the results of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like you need to see the results of a man that brings certain shit to the table to make you feel safe and secure and cared for and acknowledged. It's the same on our end. Like it's not the fucking belief that you'll make us happy. It's the damn results. And what does it take to create those results? That's what women need to get to the bottom of.
And exactly
because like it's most people look for a partner, and whatever like complements that specific person they'll find in the partner they choose. Sometimes we see couples and we see like, well, they don't really match, like why would he choose her, why would she choose him? But they're a couple and they're together and they understand each other. That happens every day. Like we see sometimes gorgeous Victoria's Secret models with guys who don't make a lot of money, and we're like, that's out of the norm. That's
this
an
is the
outlier.
energy between
But
them,
maybe
connection.
she sees potential in him.
course.
Maybe she thinks that someday he's gonna be like the man that
Ambition.
she wants him. Yeah, the man that she
Do you
wants him
think
to
women
be.
are
Or he treats
realistic?
her
I'm going to go
well.
around the table on this. Do you think women are realistic with where they stand and what they deserve in a man?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, what about you?
Typically, no.
What about you?
No.
No?
No, I don't think
Absolutely not.
I did that finger experiment to demonstrate that women want top tier guys, but they're not necessarily top tier women in
so.
return.
Of course.
I don't think
So-
most women want top tier guys.
They absolutely do. They absolutely
You
do.
cannot have
anyone
everything
wants
in
They
one
absolutely
guy.
do.
Like,
I think-
anyone wants a top tier
just
person.
like you cannot in a
period.
woman.
I just said a second ago, would you prefer your Instagram or an average man? And you took the Instagram over that.
No, I said, like, the thing is, if you're going to pull averages and what consists, like when we talk also about women, right? There's things like income, height that matter to women, right? What matters to men? Like they don't care about education, they don't care about
you.
height. Well, unless she's taller than him, then sometimes they care.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Myron has a hell of patience, man, because shit like this would, man. You just asked a direct question and she went all the way to the left and all around the middle point with it. Not to the point. She went all around the shit. What are we doing here? I have no patience for shit like that. None. And I'm one of them unique guys where I'm not shy, but I am an introvert, but I'm not shy. I go after what I want very aggressively. So if I need to talk to people, I will fucking do that shit when it comes to networking and shit like that. But when it comes to just talking in general, I have no patience. So when it comes to situations like this, whew, bruh, Myron, salute to you, because man, I can't do it, brother. I can't do it.
That's like if we're to determine what guys care about, then it wouldn't be like an even, like it wouldn't be really even, because men usually just care about, I don't know, pussy. That's it.
It's like I think you have to click with
So
the
you do realize you just made my argument stronger for me, correct? With your very statements you
Can you
just
answer
made.
your question?
Not
triggered my trap
not really, because I mean, I
If
guess
average women don't want average men, but men that are above average are okay with average women, what does that mean?
no, that's not.
They're willing
That's
to
not
settle.
what
Connected
I
on a
said.
certain level
The thing is-
together.
One sec.
The thing is, no person or very little are going to be average in every single category, and that's just statistics. So like to have like all of these averages, like height, income, education, all of that all together in one category, that would be like, no, there's going to be variations. So that's why some people pick and choose. Oh, I don't care if he's broke, but he's 6 feet.
Yeah,
Or no, he makes like 2 million, but he's, I don't know, 5'3".
And ugly. Yeah, of
exactly.
course.
That's why these are averages. Like
Yeah.
that's why women
Yeah.
pick and choose.
Yes.
It's very, very
100%.
hard to find like the medium, like to be everyone. Like the average Joe, like is not every.
It's actually not, because average by definition means majority. Means the average person is the majority, and that's what the average is. That's why it is the average. It's the median, which means it's in the middle, because a multitude of people average out in that area. That's what it means.
That's not exactly what it means.
Oh boy.
No, like what I'm saying, that's not exactly what it means with all categories. Because, like, of course, average height is 5'8". That's the average height. But does the average 5'8" person make 50,000? Then you would have to do it all over again, and that's coming from someone who like does econometrics.
The point I'm trying to make is that average women don't want average men. That's what I'm trying to describe. But most women themselves are average. Okay?
Yeah, most women are average.
And then when I went around the table and asked you guys to describe yourselves, something you bring to the table for a man that's superior, all of you guys pretty much had the same traits. So the reality is, none of you really have that much of different distinguishing features to validate getting a top tier guy. So what I'm saying is that
That's very.
a lot of you guys are similar,
Yeah.
but you want a man that isn't similar at all. You want a man that's superior. So my question is this: if you find that guy, are you okay with him having multiple women?
I mean, I would be okay with it, but not everybody.
What about you? Would you be okay with it
With what?
if you had multiple women? The guy that you described earlier.
Are we together?
Yes.
I would not be okay with that.
Okay. What about you?
In what context?
Oh boy.
Yeah, multiple girls. You're like one of his girlfriends.
Concubine.
You mean like a high value man having multiple girlfriends?
I guess. Yeah.
Emperor.
I'm gonna look at it that way.
Personally, I'd rather.
Not. Okay. What about you?
Yeah.
I would pick the guy with $5,000 a month.
Okay. What about you?
I would not want to
That's a
know
kid-
if
that's
they are,
cap.
and if they are, I would go and have two guys too on the side. Simple.
Period. She said, let's make it equal.
Yeah, period.
Okay.
At 40.
What about
Sorry,
you?
that's how we live these days.
What about you?
Absolutely not. If he wants a different girl, I can put on a wig. I can.
See, when women say this right here, it's like you're trying to tell us you're not understanding the way our mentality or our psychology works sexually and biologically. It's like, if I know it's you, it doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. There's certain things that you carry energetically in your aura and all of that we know it's you. That's what women don't understand as far as when it comes to variety. Of course, it's looks too, but it's just the different woman. It's just a different woman in general, not you just look different. No, man, they don't do it. No, bro.
Contour my face.
I
Like,
mean, but
we
the
can
pussy's
switch
all
it
the same,
up.
though.
Like, what personality do you want?
Pussy's all
Bring
the
some
same.
girlfriend to the bedroom.
Like, bro, like
That
what
doesn't
girl
work.
you want? Like, what personality
That
would you
doesn't
like?
work.
It does.
Personality?
Yeah, it
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
find it interesting how
When
I
they're,
asked the
when they're
girls
crazy
Shout out
enough
pussy.
and they got
if they're
multiple
delusional. All of you agree that women are delusional.
Of course.
I am super
All of you
delusional.
agree
Of
that girls
course.
are delusional
Yeah.
as to
Yeah.
where they stand
Big
and what
time.
they think that they want. But then I asked, okay, if you get this guy, are you okay
Like,
with him having other women? And a lot of you guys are saying no, which is interesting. And then also on top of that, when I asked what you bring to the table to that man, all of you bring the same thing to the table.
Okay, but what
Do
he
you guys
brings
not
to
see
table?
how
What
crazy
he
this
brings
looks?
to the table?
To be fair,
Money.
Do you not, hold on, do you not see, like, I really want you guys to think
I
about
don't
this
get
really
this.
hard. All of you virtually bring the same thing,
correct.
okay? You're all pretty much the same.
What about him? What do you bring? Tell me. The income I make
He is
too.
the man.
I can make the same income. I can be actually attractive. I can make things the similar way. What he brings to the
but
table.
here's the thing. How many are there of him versus how many are there of you?
There's a lot of girls like me. There's a lot of guys like him.
No, there's not. There's
There
less than
is.
1% of
Guys,
the population.
I went on many dates. There's a lot of great guys.
Okay, are you aware of the fact that just because you went on dates with these individuals doesn't mean that that is the majority?
I don't know. I think it's very equal in my opinion.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If I told you world hunger isn't real, right? And what would you say to that?
To what?
If I told you world hunger isn't real, what would you say to that?
Probably it's not real. I don't know.
Wait, you know what that is, right?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that's a problem. You don't know what it is.
I have an idea.
All right, man. As you can tell, I had a long hair, I'm tired, but I had to get some content in. Once again, if you want to subscribe to the Fresh and Fit Castle Club to get exclusive content, go ahead and click the link in the description. Man, y'all might want to do that because there's a lot of people that it's some interesting episodes and some fire up under there, and some some bars and words of wisdom from some of the guests. The King of Controversy was there recently, and hey, you can only see him if you're in Castle Club. You feel me? So go ahead and click that link in the description, and you'll get all that fire content right there. And anything else that I have to say is, if y'all want me to react to any content, please feel free to share in the comment section. I do read comments. I do take suggestions. And if I agree to do it, then I'll go ahead and do that right there. And I might just go ahead and start shouting people out for any topic that I choose that someone recommends. So yeah, y'all keep grinding, keep your heads up, and keep your head down on the work. Get your value up. Peace.